Hello ladies and gentlemen, in this video what we are going to see is about issues related to the election and vacancy in the office of the president. So whenever there is an issue in the election process, what will happen is that all the doubts and disputes regarding to such a election, such a presidential election was decided only by the Supreme Court. Okay, and the jurisdiction is exclusive and final. No other court will decide anything in a presidential election. Only the Supreme Court will decide the dispute and the doubts, and it is a exclusive one. No other have such a jurisdiction. Then the orders passed by the Supreme Court is a final one. Okay. So, for if there is any disputes or any doubts, petition should be submitted within 30 days. So, the petition to the petition regarding the disputes and doubts regarding the presidential election need to be submitted within a 30 days by 20 or more petitioners. So, it should be submitted by a 20 and 20 or more petitioners. Okay. No question on a vacancies in the electoral college. So, if there is any vacancy in the electoral college, we already seen in the previous videos that the electoral college consists of elected members of a Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha and such other elected members of a state legislative assembly. If there is any vacancy created due to any reasons like death of some persons or some other reasons, if there is any vacancy, such a thing should not be such a thing should not be a part of a doubts and the disputes. No one could claim that, no one could submit a petition that there is a vacancy in an electoral college, and so such a petitions will not be entertained. Vacancy in the electoral college will not be considered in a doubts and the dispute regarding the presidential election. So there may be a vacancy in what does it means is that there can be a vacancy in a electoral college. All acts done by the president prior to the Supreme Court decision shall not be invalidated. So whenever some doubts and disputes comes, and whenever Supreme Court passes some judgment for the removal of a president, all acts done before its removal. Okay, if the Supreme Court passes a judgment regarding the removal of a president, all acts done by the president before his removal shall not be invalidated. Shall not be invalidated means that acts done by the president before his removal was a valid one. So all the acts done by president before his removal will be valid only. It does not becomes invalidated. So these are all the doubts and disputes regarding the presidential election. So issues regarding the presidential elections, and it's solved by the Supreme Court. Next one is a vacancy. Next topic is a vacancy. So what is a vacancy is that usually there is a three ways there will be a creation in a vacancy. First one is the expiry of a 5-year term. As already we have discussed that the president have a 5-year term. Usually it will be a 5 years, but initially it will be 5 years. Whenever the 5 years get completed, what will happen is that the election should be held. Okay, whenever the 5 years gets completed, election should be held. Second type of a vacancy will be created when there is a death. Whenever the president, when there is a death of a president, resignation of a president, removal of a president, or disqualification of a president, what will happen is that vice president will act as a president. Okay, vice president will act as a president temporarily, and election must be held within a 6 months. Before completion of a 6 month, election must be held for the election of a new president. Okay, what will happen if some president will be in a illness condition, or if he is out of station, absent from a office, is that vice president will act as a president for such a temporary period until the president continues his duties of a office. So this is what what this is what the vacancy and the what are all the other uh, other things when all the vacancy created. Okay, thank you.